We all carry around these burdens, these nagging worries that just seem to weigh us down day after day. But what if there was a way to actually set them aside? Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea from our source material, how to shift from a life full of anxiety to one built on, well, profound trust. Let's get right into it.
Just take a second and think about it. What's on your mind right now? Maybe it's a doctor's appointment, a tough conversation you've been putting off, or maybe a dream that just feels so far away. We all have these things, and today we're going to look at them in a whole new light.
Wow, this quote from Corey Ten Boom really hits home, doesn't it? Worry doesn't fix tomorrow's problems, it just sucks all the energy and strength out of today. It's like an energy drain with honestly zero return on your investment. Okay, so if worry is this, incredibly powerful force, what is it actually doing to us? Let's take a closer look at what the true weight of all that worry really is. I mean, look at this list. It's the big stuff, right? Our health, our money, our kids, our future. These are the exact things that can keep us staring at the ceiling at 3 in the morning, just running on an endless loop in our minds. And all that mental strain, it's not just in your head. It takes a serious physical toll. The source is super clear about this. Worry can actually show up as high blood pressure, ulcers, and worse. That mind-body connection is real, and it's something we just can't ignore. Okay, now here is a number that might just change everything for you. Are you ready for this? According to our source, a staggering 99% of the things we fear, they never even happen. Just let that sink in. We are exhausting ourselves fighting battles that are almost entirely imaginary. So if worrying is basically a dead end, then what's the alternative? I mean, what are we supposed to do when that pressure feels absolutely unbearable? Well, let's turn the page and find out.
The source we're looking at offers a pretty radical alternative. It's a complete shift in how we see our problems, and it's all captured in 3 simple but powerful words. God's got this. At its very core, this whole idea is about surrender. It's about finally admitting we don't have all the answers and instead trusting that something much bigger than us actually does. The moment we can do that, the source says, is the exact moment that heavy burden starts to lift.
Now, this is such a brilliant way to reframe our struggles. See, when we face our giants, our problems, all by ourselves, we just compare ourselves to the giant. And of course, we feel small and terrified. But when we shift our perspective and start comparing the giant to God, suddenly that giant doesn't seem so big anymore. And our fear, it starts to turn into faith.
So how does this whole trust thing actually play out in the real world? Well, the source talks about something it calls the waymaker and the reality of miracles.
The waymaker is such a powerful concept. It's this idea that a path can appear where there was no path before. A solution can just emerge from what feels like an impossible situation. Think about the parting of the Red Sea. It's like a divine plot twist when all hope seems lost.
This quote really clarifies our role in the whole process, doesn't it? We're not in the miracle-making business. Our job, our only job, is to take that first step, to act in faith. The rest is totally out of our hands. So think of it like a divine partnership. We do our part. We take that little step. We choose to trust. And then we basically make room for the supernatural to step in and do its thing. It's this beautiful dance between our faith and divine intervention.
Now, this all sounds really inspiring, I know, but let's be honest for a second. There's often a gap, a pretty big gap, between our act of faith and when we see the outcome. And that gap, that period of just waiting, can be the absolute hardest part of this whole journey. This right here, this is a lifeline for those moments when you're filled with doubt. A delay is not a denial. It's just a reminder that we're operating on a very different timeline and that patience is a crucial part of the process. And hey, if you feel like you've been waiting forever, you are in some seriously good company. I mean, think about Noah, Abraham, Joseph. Their stories are these epic tales of patience and trust, of just waiting and waiting for a promise to finally be fulfilled.
And this is where our perspective makes all the difference in the world. When we're waiting, we feel forgotten or ignored, but the source says our character is being built. We feel impatient and anxious. It says our faith is being tested and grown. We feel like time is being wasted, but really, we're being prepared for the blessing to come. It's a total reframe of the waiting game.
All right, so we've taken quite a journey here, from the heavy, crushing weight of worry all the way to the liberating power of trust. Let's quickly recap the key steps on this incredible, transformative path. So what are the big things to walk away with? First, stop letting worry steal today's strength. It's just not worth it. Second, change your perspective. See your giants from a higher viewpoint. Third, just focus on your part, which is that one step of faith, and leave the rest. And finally, try to embrace the wait. See it as a time of preparation, not punishment.
This final thought is just such a promise of hope. It suggests that no part of our story, not even the painful parts, is ever wasted. That even our darkest moments can be transformed into something truly beautiful. It's just a powerful reminder that there is purpose in the process.
So, I'm going to leave you with this to think about. What if that huge struggle you're facing right now, what if it isn't a roadblock at all, but actually a runway? What if it's the very thing that's preparing you for whatever is next? Now that's a thought worth holding on to.